getting Josh Rosen for any team that needs a quarterback has been a debate for a very long time. This entire offseason, everybody has been debating on what team should trade for him. And here's why the Giants should, okay? When you look at Josh Rosen's stats, you're not going to see a good football player. He's horrible when it comes to his stats. He has 2,278 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions, and his quarterback rating is 66.7. That's a really horrible stat line. But that's not a good way to analyze a quarterback all the time. A lot of times, you don't really look at their stats and say, oh, yeah, that's a good quarterback, that's a bad quarterback. You also got to look at their, all their highlights, their flaws, you got to factor in everything. He doesn't have a good offensive line. He doesn't have a good offense. He has not reached his potential yet. And it's going to be a while till he does. He's not a bad quarterback. The stats will say it, but he just hasn't learned yet. You know what I mean? And so, if you do trade for Josh Rosen for a third, that'll be a steal, because you're going to get a franchise quarterback. And then you can take two defensive talents and two defensive starters in the first round for needed positions on defense, which you desperately need. So now you have your franchise quarterback, and you would have two talented defensive starters. So, like I said, I've said this so many times, literally so many times, that if you watch even like remotely 50% of my videos on this channel, I believe I said this in like almost every video. The Giants have the second easiest schedule in the NFL. Don't draft a quarterback. He's not going to start the first year. He's going to sit behind Eli Manning. Draft two starting caliber defensive players that will make an instant impact on your team, whether that is Montez Sweat, whether that is anybody else. Just get two defensive players to help out this defense. They need help more than the offense. I'm not worried about the offense, okay? The offense is great. The offense is great. When you when you look at the games from the Giants, right? Eli Manning, he doesn't play the same when he throws the ball to Odell. So many times he would throw the ball, and he would pretty much be a more confident thrower, I guess you could say, when he's throwing it to Odell. He would throw it really high. He throws more interceptions when he throws the ball to Odell. But Eli Manning's a gunslinger. He does that. But he throws a lot more interceptions when he tries to throw the ball to Odell than any other receiver that he has on his team. It's crazy. So now you get rid of him. I think that was a great move. I think we should have got more for him, but I'm not mad. The offense is good. I'm faithful in them. I think they're gonna figure out what to do at the receiver point of the offense. You have Golden Tate, Sterling Shepard. I hope they don't trade Sterling Shepard. We could really use him as a slot receiver. But yeah. So I think the offense is gonna be decent this year. Defense is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. They need to do something for it. If they're trying to win now, which a lot of people are saying they are, a lot of people are saying they're not, because, like I said, you can't really tell, because they're out here signing old, like 50-year-old safeties that literally are not going to do anything for this team, and you're signing a 31-year-old wide receiver that's going to be, I think, 34 at the end of his contract, 35 at the end of his contract. So, and you have 12 picks. Are you rebuilding for the future, or are you trying to win now? If you try to win, it's going to be hard to tank. If the Giants really want to tank, it's going to be really hard. Because you have the second easiest schedule. It's going to be almost impossible to do that. Unless you literally are going to... unless you're literally going to play the worst you've ever played in, like, your entire franchise history. You cannot play bad with the second easiest schedule in the NFL. It just doesn't make sense. If you do that, you're truly a horrible football team. And the Giants are... They're not there at that point yet. They're really close. They're on like a thin line right now, but they're only a few starting caliber players away from being a playoff pushing team. This year, I do think they're going to make the playoffs just because of their new team. You know what I mean? All these picks they're going to get some superstars. It's almost guaranteed. 2 first-round picks, you're going to get some superstars. They're also going to trade some of these picks, I believe. I don't think they're going to keep all 12, which you can probably get another star if you want to trade some of these picks. Third, second-round pick. You know what I'm saying? Josh Rosen. You can get him for a second or third, which you'll get your franchise quarterback, and you can still get 2 very, very good starting caliber defensive players, which would make a lot of sense. And then, it just makes sense. But basically, I do think that trading for Josh Rosen was going to be a good idea because, like I said, you're going to get two defensive starters in the draft almost, and I think that he's going to go good with the offense. I think that he's going to definitely learn quickly, and I think that he's going to be able to develop behind Eli Manning. But I just don't think it's worth taking a quarterback in this draft. I think Kyler Murray is a great quarterback. If he's there, with our second first round pick, I would definitely take him. I just don't want to take him with the sixth overall pick. I think he's a great quarterback. He's going to do really good in the NFL. He's going to succeed, but I just don't think it's a good idea to take him this year when you could take Josh Rosen, who was also a starting caliber quarterback, for a second or third round pick via trade. But we'll definitely see. That's pretty much it. It's going to be interesting. And I really hope they trade for him. I don't see it happening anymore, especially because the draft is coming up. I really don't see it happening. But it's still a possibility. It's still a possibility. But without further ado, that's going to be the end of this video. Hope to see you guys in the next. And like always, until next time, peace out and have a nice day. Oh, and before this video ends, let me know if I should keep the Madden gameplay or switch it up to actual real-life footage of the NFL games, or clips. And also, let me know if I should go ahead and go back to scripted commentary. Let me know if, like, just speaking straight off of my mind sounds better than reading from a script, because that's what I'm doing now. I'm not reading from a script or anything like that. But let me know what sounds better in the comment section down below. And until next time, peace out and have a nice day, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.